Hello and welcome to Man Up. My name is James Menage. Thanks for joining me in this stress resilience video series that we're recording here. Today we're still going to be talking about how to recognize that you're under stress, and in particular we're going to be looking at how muscle tension can be a great barometer for our stress levels. The first such way, or the first reason that muscle tension increases when we're stressed can be directly linked into our breathing pattern, which is the video that we produced last year, and we spoke about how breathing can change. And when breathing changes when we're stressed, it can often move up into our shoulders, and these are often known as our accessory respiratory muscles around this area here, which helps to actually lift up the rib cage and helps to increase our oxygen intake at times of stress. So, but they're not designed to work for large or extended periods of time. So what we can find is that if we're under low grade or low to moderate grade chronic stress, is that these muscles can become overworked, and that's when they can become quite sore and tense as well, because they're not designed to work for long periods of time. So that's one way in which those muscles can become tense and a little bit uncomfortable. Another way is we have to trace back to our roots or origin as animals and even reptiles, where under times of stress generally our life would have been under threat. And so what we needed to do in those times to make ourselves look as big and as scary as possible is to make ourselves look as big and as intimidating as possible. So there's a wiring, there's a direct link between the nervous system and in particular the sympathetic nervous system, which, if you remember, is that fight or flight side, and the muscles on the top of our shoulders here, or our traps in particular, our upper trapezius, and it just was to help us look as intimidating and as big as possible to fend off any threat from other predators. So that's also another reason why we can also experience muscular tension at times of stress. And it's not purely focused in on those areas. We can experience muscular tension in other areas of our body as well. Our jaw is another classic area of tension when we're stressed. Strategies for our jaw might include clenching, but also grinding as well when we're under particular amounts of pressure in our life. So we all have very individual strategies as well for dealing with stress. So you might find that you get tense in other areas of your body when you're under pressure. It's not going to be just purely in those areas that I've mentioned. So keep an eye out, just be vigilant for any areas of tension that you might experience when you're under stress. On the next video we'll be looking at how to recognize that you're stressed by looking at your use of things like substances like drugs, alcohol, and sugar as well. So join me next time for some more information on how to recognize that you're under stress.